Do you remember how YouTube and other social media looked back in 2014? I asked myself this question when I found my old camera from that year. This is a Nikon Coolpix made in 2014. I remember back in 2014 we had only two types of cameras. One was a budget version like this one, and the other was a professional camera that was great for taking photos but sucked at recording videos. I mean, the quality of photos was much better than of the videos. So even when you had the best camera, your videos were on the same level as those from budget cameras. The only difference was that you were able to plug your microphone to better camera, so the sound quality was much better. People didn't care that much about video quality back then. We consumed content differently. It was more intentional, it was no short form content, and everyone preferred watching videos on their computer than on their phone. So it took time to actually watch something. It wasn't about endless scroll. It was more like watching your friend talk about something interesting for you. We are so nostalgic about old internet days because social media stopped feeling like places to connect with people, but more like places that are trying to sell you something every time you log in. In my head, everything that was recorded on old camera feels different. Probably because I see only old videos, not new ones. So of course I feel nostalgic. I'm coming back to memories from over 10 years ago. This is why I want to see if recording on this old camera will feel special in 2025, or if it's just in my head that everything back then was much better. This is my typical everyday gear for recording my vlogs. This is Canon, and I will leave you the full name and also the name of this lens. Right now I'm recording on Sony camera. It looks like this, and of course I will leave you the name too. And I use my iPhone 14. Okay, so let's swap my cameras for the Nikon one. How does it look? You have to tell me because I can't see myself. The screen doesn't flip. The worst thing about old cameras is definitely the low quality of sound, so that's why I'm using this microphone. I have no idea if you can see me properly because I can't check. I have this mirror and I try to do something like this, I go behind the camera and I try to see if I'm here, and yeah, I can see myself, but I don't know how it looks. So I was painting this and I had to stop because it got so dark pretty quickly today. And I have really good light here and it is just pure white. It doesn't change colors, but anyways, I prefer sunlight too, so I had to stop. And I started editing this vlog, and when I saw videos from this camera, I started actually laughing because of the quality. I had no idea that it looks like this. It is so strange to look at the footage, and right now I don't know what to think about it. I've been thinking a lot lately about how social media, especially short-form content, has changed the way we experience the world around us. We no longer watch videos the way we used to. Now we watch them on our phones while riding the bus to school or work, in the kitchen while cooking, or whenever we find a spare moment, because our screens are always within reach. Back when we only watched videos on our computers, our approach to content felt different. There was a slower rhythm to the way we consumed content. The quality wasn't great, the videos often looked and sounded rough, yet somehow we were more focused, more present. It fascinates me that despite having incredible cameras in our pockets today, our attention feels more scattered than ever. Social media has changed so much, and honestly, I'm not sure I like where it's taking us. I thought that filming with this old camera would be just a simple comparison to see how cameras used to record versus how they do now, and if I feel nostalgic looking at the footage. But it turned out that my thoughts drifted somewhere else, toward how much the internet and the people using it have changed alongside technology's growth. I also feel that we rarely talk about the fact that we are still using the same social media platforms that were around more than 10 years ago. The difference is that now those platforms run on completely different algorithms. Back then, you saw what you wanted to see. Today, you see what the algorithm decides you might click on or like. I wanted to read you a comment that I got on my last video. I love your content, but I'm extremely phobic about mice and rats. I had to stop watching this video. Could you please post about them separately and not with the dolls and crafts? I'm sure I'm not the only one that feels this way, thank you. So I felt extremely sad when I saw it. I love my animals with my whole heart. I had a lot of animals in my life. I had a dog, I had a turtle, I had a rabbit, I had fishes. It is very disturbing that someone decided to write something like this because these are my animals and I love them with my whole heart. They deserve to be loved too. Not only cats and dogs should be loved. So think about it next time. You know how many times I hear bad things about rats when people know that I own rats now? People are so mean and they say something like, I can borrow my cat so you will no longer have this problem in your house. Ha ha ha. This is not funny. I don't like spiders, but if someone has a spider, then I know they love the spider, you know? And I don't have to be mean to this person just because they own a species that I don't like. Be nice to each other. To tell you a story, so grab a tea and let's get started. I don't really like my job, but there is one thing that I actually enjoy about it: the fact that people of all different ages work there. I have people younger than me here and people much older than me. I even have a coworker who is 70 years old. A few days ago, when things were slow at work, we just sat together and started talking, and that conversation stuck with me. She told me that her mother is still alive and she is 90 years old, which blew my mind. She started sharing her stories about her childhood, and she told me some stories that her mother used to tell her about her childhood, especially about living through World War II in Poland. She told me back then they didn't have a TV at home and the only piece of technology they had was old radio that her father found somewhere. I think he actually stole it. It was a really rough time, so yeah, but she didn't mention that it was stolen. It didn't even work at first, so they had to figure out themselves how to fix it. And when they finally got it working, the whole family would sit together in complete silence, listening to whatever was on. She said that the radio was very quiet, that everyone had to stay completely still to listen to it, barely breathing just to hear the broadcast. And for her, it was like the highlight of the day. They had this special time to sit together and listen to it. We also talked about how fast world moves now. She told me that people back then used to work harder and had less time, less free time, but somehow today people are more mentally exhausted and pressured, more stressed. She told me that she noticed people my age are overstimulated and she doesn't understand how, because her life used to be much harder than our life. And honestly, that conversation stayed with me long after I got home. I kept wondering why, despite all the comfort and convenience we have nowadays, we live in this constant rush, this pressure all the time. I think part of the answer is too much noise. Like I said earlier in the video, we didn't always spend our free time on our phones. We used to sit at a computer to browse the internet. But now we carry a tiny computer in our pockets every day, constantly pulling our attention every second. I can almost bet you are watching this video on your phone right now. Let me know in the comments if I guessed right, because when I checked analytics on my videos, I saw that almost half of the viewers watch my videos on their phones. And honestly, that really surprised me. I almost never use my phone to watch videos. Filming on this old camera made me realize something. Simplicity feels good. It's calming and doesn't overwhelm you. And maybe, just maybe, that's something we all need a little more of. Next time you feel like taking a photo or recording something, try not to use your phone. And when you want to watch a video, use your computer or your TV instead. Don't consume content in a hurry and don't snap photos in a rush. If you feel like it's too quiet, stay in that stillness for a moment. Let yourself be bored. Inspiration and ideas come from stillness or content that is intentionally consumed, not from overstimulation, noise, or rushing around. Hurry is a poison to a creative soul. If you feel the need to kill time, look around you. And if that doesn't help, pick up a book. And that's coming from someone who makes videos on YouTube. I'd rather people watch my videos in peace, not in hurry. Maybe short-form content wouldn't be such a big problem if social media were designed differently, if the algorithms worked for us, not for our dopamine. That's all I wanted to say in this video. I hope that I inspired you to look around for your old camera if you have any, and to try to record something on it and maybe think differently about videos and photos and content on the internet. Thank you so much and see you in the next video. Bye bye!